The lead physician asked the question twice. She said, "How long has the dog been doing this?" Then, when the answer came, she wrote it in the chart and asked again, because the number seemed too precise to be coincidental, and she had been in medicine for 26 years and had learned to follow. The numbers, the answer, was 19 days. For 19 days, their golden retriever, whose name was Henry, had been sitting beside their daughter's left arm and pressing his nose against the inside of her elbow, gently, without urgency, the way a dog presses its nose against something it is reading. Their daughter was 4 years old. Her name was Margot. She was healthy as far as they knew. Healthy in the specific way of children whose parents are not medical professionals and who assess health through the ordinary metrics of eating and playing and sleeping, which Margot was doing fine at all of them. Henry was 4 years old also. He had been with the family since before Margot was born. He was a gentle dog, not demonstrative, not attention-seeking. He did the things golden retrievers do, which is to say, he loved everyone in the household with uncomplicated thoroughness and found a great deal of satisfaction in proximity. The elbow thing was new. Her mother, Claire, noticed it first because it happened during a movie, when Margot was sitting still enough that the behavior was visible as its own thing, and not lost in the noise of child motion. Henry had approached Margot's left arm with a specific focus and pressed his nose to the skin of the inner elbow and held it there. Margot said, "Stop, Henry." Henry did not stop. He looked at her, looked at Claire, looked at the arm. Claire told her husband Michael that evening. He said it was probably scent, something Margot had touched, lotion, food residue. Claire said she had checked. Nothing. It happened the next 3 days. Always the left arm. Always the inner elbow. On the 5th day, Claire called the pediatrician and felt foolish doing it. The pediatrician asked whether Margot had any other symptoms. She did not. The pediatrician ordered a blood panel anyway, because the specificity of a dog attending to a specific body location is a detail that experienced pediatricians have learned not to dismiss. Margot's blood panel showed elevated white cell counts that warranted a follow-up. The follow-up showed the early markers of a lymphatic process that the pediatric oncologist who reviewed it described as extremely early, detectable at this stage through blood markers only, not yet visible on imaging, not yet producing any symptom. Caught at this stage, the prognosis was excellent. The treatment was straightforward. The outcome was very likely to be complete. The lead physician asked, 19 days. He has been doing this for 19 days, she said. We counted back, yes, 19 days before the first blood draw. She wrote in the chart, she said, "This is the second case I have seen like this in this department in 3 years." She looked up. She said, "They detect chemical changes in the blood through the skin. There is published evidence. We don't rely on it, obviously, but we document it." She closed the chart. She said, "Your dog is a good dog." They drove home with Margot asleep in the car seat, and the appointment paperwork in Claire's bag, and the specific stunned quiet of two people who have been given information they need time to sit with. Henry was at the door when they arrived. He sniffed Margot's left arm once. Then he looked at Claire with his amber eyes. She got down on her knees on the floor of the entryway and held his face in her hands. She said, "Thank you for not giving up." Henry wagged once. Then he went to get his ball. He was done. They could handle it now. He had done what was needed. And now there was a ball. And a ball was an appropriate reward for 19 days of telling people something important. They played in the backyard until it was dark.